Hey guys, Kev here, and I have more Ketuo knives to show you. So these are all mini Griffins in G10. I'm super excited. This was one of my favorite knives they released, and now they're coming out with a budget version that's around 70 to 80 bucks. So if you guys have been asking, Kev, where's the budget knives? I've reviewed a bunch lately, and I always do. But here you go. This one's for you, okay? Link is in the description, so use it. Pick up the knife. Help your boy out if you want to. Let's check them out. We have cool versions. So this one's G10 black and satin 14C 28N. It has the same cool carbon fiber inlay as what we saw on the Yakuzas. But these are mini Griffins. They also, by the way, have full-size Griffins in these G10 models. So if you love this, but you're like, damn, that's too small, Kev, they got the full size. I asked for the minis. One, I didn't even know the full-size ones were coming out in G10. And two, I prefer the small size. As you guys know, I like a smaller knife. Now, the coolest thing I noticed right off... The coolest thing I noticed right off the bat... Oh my God, this thing's awesome. Okay, it's got a hand satin and a milled clip. What is happening here? Check this out. Button lock operated liner lock. Did you hear that? Did you hear it? Oh. Dude. Oh my God, dude. Dude, I'm speechless. So, speechless, not for long. 14C 28N G10 carbon fiber inlay. Beautiful milled pocket clip. I like that way better than throwing a budget clip on it. It's probably still, is it titanium or steel? That's tie. And then you have, look at this hand satin, dude. Now 14C does scratch easily, so, you know, oh, it might not be the best combination. We are very close to dead center. I mean, I think we're off to this side touch, but within reason. No play, no rock. Listen. Yo, I'm so sorry, Sean Ashmore. The Civivi Guile being the best budget knife this year did not last long because the mini Griffin has arrived. This thing is bonkers. That's just one version. Oh, this is the one I'm excited about. This is purple. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Purple G10, guys. Did they not do the carbon fiber? They just did a black G10 inlay on this one? Get out of this rep. Thought I took care of all the packaging nonsense. I got rid of the wrappers, so we didn't... the wrappers. The plastic wrappers, so you guys didn't have to see all that. I kind of wish they left the carbon fiber, man. I think that would have looked slick on this one. By the way, reversible clip. Shout out to the lefties. Hand satin again. Okay. See how this one sounds. This one sounds more reasonable. This one sounds ridiculous. This one, still great, but not as... I mean, it's actually pretty loud. But I mean that in the best way possible. They sound amazing. So we have G10 over steel liners, I assume. So it's got a little weight to it, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's still probably in the 3-ounce range. 3.5 maybe. So nice. Again, we're in that 6.5. I don't know what size is this. Like here's the small boy, right? 2.9-inch blade, I believe, on that. Let me confirm. think we went from 3.5 to 2.9. Yep, just about a 3-inch blade. And this is basically identical. And then the handle on the small boy is just under 4 inches. So you're talking about 6 3/4, just about 6.8, something like that. This one we're looking at same exact, just under 3-inch blade, handle length just at 4 inches. So you're talking about a 7-inch knife on this one, maybe 6.9. So they're basically identical. We're seeing a lot of knives in this size, and I love it. This is my size, baby. Recently, we had the beautiful Spearhead Ashes that I did a video on, posted before this one. This thing is slicker than snot. Just doesn't have a usable clip. And then we also had the Urban EDC jib, the mini f5.5, also coming in at that size range. Let's see. This one I think is going to be a little smaller, the jib. And then this one's going to be a little bit bigger than that. But they're all in that smaller size range, if you know what I'm saying. Make sure those are still tight. That's what she said. But yeah, you got that purple motif going on here. I don't want to disturb the piece too much, but let's do a little show and tell. There's another one. I mean, that purple and black look though is some sexy shit. Here's the new Pony Stout V2. These are in production now with Riot. You can see just about the same size, a little bit smaller. Yeah, I'm really excited about these. So, anyway, I know you guys love it when I bring Divo into everything. So that's the purple. Very exciting. This one might be staying here. Okay, next up. Oh yeah, let me look at it. G10 white and black. Oh, we got some Stormtrooper going on. So another one with just black G10. They didn't do the carbon on all of them. I kind of wish they did, but we got to see what the price is, right? Because, you know, adding that carbon fiber might make it the hand satin. Ooh, Stormtrooper. Let's see how this one sounds. Okay, much different. Doesn't swing as much. It's still droppy. It's just breaking in. There it goes. But because of the coating, it doesn't make that loud clacking sound. Oh my God, the tinging. Doesn't really do that. So if you want to be more discreet, this one might be good for you. But you can still hear the detent is fantastic. I mean, that's really good. Flipper works really well. Front flipper works really well. Rollback works really well. Let's see. Reach around works really well. Reverse flick works really well. Thumb flick works really well. Button works really well. Shit, you can do it all with this thing. Yeah. The mini Griffin, dude, is an absolute legend. An absolute legend. Just says Griffin up top, and then it has the designer's logo, which I believe is Jin Designs. Absolutely crushed it on this one. Let's see the lockup on this one. Nothing. No play in any direction. Purple one. Maybe the slightest. Nah. Nope. Figment of my imagination. I love how they have like built-in pivot collars. Look at that. they raised up the area of the G10 around the pivot so it looks like a collar. Fucking genius. Really good design skill on this one. This one says G10 mint green. Oh, there you go, David Jin. Shout out to him, dude. He fucking killed it on this Griffin design. Oh, man. Shout out to my boys at Blade Binge. They would love this thing. Close enough to teal, right? They should do a collab. Let's see, is it a hand satin again? Oh, no way. They did a two-tone finish on this one. Dude, thinking outside the box, huh? This one has a combo sound, listen. Not quite the ting, but not quite as dull as the black. Let's see. I don't know, they are very similar, but these two, that one is just bonkers. And they did such a good job on this G10. I honestly thought it was aluminum when it came out of the box, even though I knew it was G10, obviously, from everything I've been told and seen. But still, it looks almost like aluminum. It's so well finished. It's not smooth. It's got that, like, do you know how a hard anodized aluminum feels? That's what it feels like. It's cool. Let's see how this pocket clip holds up. Or works, I should say. It looks pretty small, pretty low, so I'm a little concerned, but let's see. Double seam. Ooh, just popped over, but not enough clearance to really go all the way. That's what she said. Let's try a single seam. It's more normal for people. Works perfectly. Has a little bit of a pop sound, but it works. Damn. Here's the thing, guys. So they sent me these, right? So I want to keep one. I'm going to pass them around, of course, because that's just what I do. I want to reward companies for giving me the opportunity to check stuff out, right? And they obviously sent me 4 because they know I'm going to pass them around and they want them to go around faster. So send you 4. I can send them out to different people. It'll move faster. Anyway, I'm definitely keeping one at least. And here's the hard part. I got to figure out which one. Now, I think I've already determined that this one's out, even though I love Stormtrooper and I like the black on this. I know that I'm going to dirty that white G10. And I know I'm going to be like, damn, the acoustics aren't as good, right? Even though they are really good. And I think if you, like, tuned one of these up, you know, you could really dial it in. And there's one gripe I have on the knife is sometimes it feels like the button doesn't disengage. You see that? I'm pushing that bitch all the way in. And I still have to kind of shake it to start it. And I think that's because it maybe doesn't push it far enough to clear. No, there it's cleared. So what is catching? Is it just it needs to break in so that it's a little bit smoother maybe? I don't know. Like this one, barely have to push the button and it's rolling. You know? Detent is definitely not as strong on this one. They're all good. They're all great, in fact. This one's just a little bit, I don't want to use the word soft because it's not soft in any sense of the word, but this one's just strong, you know? So it's a little less strong than this one. Still strong. So I think that's the difference. I think because that detent is strong, it's because the lock bar tension. And so when you're pushing this button, you're actually pushing the lock bar, right? And if you have a stronger detent, in this case, it's because you have a stronger tension. That would equal having to push the button probably further out of the way to clear it. Maybe that detent ball is just harder to kind of pop past. This one feels great. So, I mean, we've got 3 out of 4 that are essentially just ball droppers. I like the purple. You guys know I love purple. Feel the detent. Perfect. See, that's the thing, they all feel amazing. I think part of me just wants one that makes that cool sound. I really like this one. It's actually like a really good balance of everything. Nice stout detent. Has a good sound. Great freaking detent, dude. And it's easy to disengage. The two-tone blade is wild, right? It's black washed. And then you have satin flat and mint green G10. This one is perfectly centered. This one is, again, extremely, extremely close. 97%. Just a little off to the clip side. That's what we had here. This one's a little bit more like 85% centered. You know, just a little off, not much. This one is perfect. It's weird when you look at them up here, it almost looks like it's off to this side, but then you look down at the tip and it's perfectly centered. So I don't know if it's like the grind. They are nicely ground. You have a flat grind, decent sized blade, so it's going to be a good slicer. This one doesn't have the same... It kind of suffers a little bit from what this one does, where it needs a little bit of extra tippage. I mean, it's not quite as much as that one needs, but needs a little. But again, I have never even taken these apart. I haven't done anything. These are right out of the box. So the factory did a great job dialing these, because they're all good. You know? Man, this one's just like a guillotine, though. They're so fun, dude. The snipe is incredible. So, yeah, maybe the slightest play, but not really. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take apart this purple one, and we're going to skiff it up, I think. Is that what we want to do? I mean, the detent does not feel weak. So I don't think I have a problem there. Yeah. It doesn't feel quite as snappy on the flipper tabs. It's like plenty strong. But like this one, oh, that thing fucking flips. Whoops. Did I scratch it? No. It's not there, you know. It's still great, dude. Don't get me wrong. But this one just freaking fires. Yeah, that one's great too. This is me being me. This is what I do. Nitpick the shit out of everything. The action on that one is just bananas. So let's see if we can get this one there. That's what I'm going for here, okay? So get out the old Divo driver. Hopefully we don't lose the ting along the way. Is this T10? I think it's T8. Oh, can we get in her? Yep, we can get in her. That's what she said. He said, whatever. So we got T8 on the pivot, lots of Loctite, but not like too much. They used medium Loctite and did not go overboard, so I'm good with that. T8 on these, yep. This way you guys can see the inside. We can see what kind of skiffs we need. I did get a re-up from Skiffs, so shout out to Skiff Workshop. Use my code LeftyEDC for 10% off your order over there. Do I need to take the clip screw out? I mean, it shouldn't, right? It's on the liner, but it's not doing anything, so it should be good. I probably just need to pry it. Grab one of my little dashboard pry bars from my truck, and then I usually just get under there. Yep. There we go. So maybe because of the lock, it's a little tricky to, yeah, see, we caused some trouble. Oh wait, you just can't push the lock bar there, dummy. There we go. See, that had to come out with it. Tiny little bearings. Yeah, I think we can clean that up with some skiffs. That'll be great. So these are going to be, it looks like 5mm 3/64th. And that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balls. See that? We're going to freaking add so many balls. It's going to be great. All the balls. Balls, balls, balls. So what you want to use to check your bearings is this test fit card from Skiff Workshop. Again, use that code LeftyEDC. Save 10%. So we can see 3/64th ball fits right in there. 1mm does not fit. So then we know it's a 3/64th ball bearing. Then we take the pivot and we check. What's this? Maybe it's 4mm, because look, 5mm is too big. Yeah, it's 4mm. So we have a 4mm pivot, 3/64th ball. Good news is I just got a re-up from my boy Steve over at Skiff Workshop. Look, they have a new packaging for the bearings. So now you get a little bit bolder writing, maybe a little more information. I don't know. So let's dig through these and find what we need. 4mm 3/64th, okay? So I'm looking at that pivot right there. I'm looking for that to say 4mm. This says 14. Oh, yeah. That's right. So these are bearings for the pivot locks. So like the Vanker lock from Vosteed, that kind of lock. He started making skiffs. I sent him a couple knives to use as a guide. So he sent those back. We don't need those right now, though. Here we go. 4mm. 3/64th. And look at that, 13 balls. So we're going to hopefully be adding 8. 13 minus 8, that's 5. So we're going to be adding 5 balls per bearing. That's 10 total we're adding to the mix. There's no world where that does not increase your smoothness on a knife. You know what I mean? And I'll show you the difference. So if you have this knife or you're buying it, here you go. That's what you want. And use that code LeftyEDC. So if we compare these, his are usually smaller even. Like, they look smaller anyway. They're so small I can't fucking hold them. Oh my God. Fuck me. All right, there we go. So 8 balls on the left. 13 on the right. That's what you want. You don't want these spaces between balls, because when you have spaces between balls, there's room for the pivot as you tighten it to kind of smush that and cause issues. Now, you obviously could get one like this where, is there anything wrong with that? Nope. But if you're like me and you just like to make it better, then this is what you want to do, okay? So let me get some alcohol on here. We're gonna take our pivot screw and our driver. Try to clean up this screw a little bit so that we're not putting that back into our knife. So I'm going to take this and lay it over top of this. Unscrew this to get to a T6. And then drive that T6 in there. See what we come out with. Not much. So nice and clean. I like that. Good job. I'm going to clean up the blade a little bit. Why not? Clean up the lock face. Might as well. Our detent hole is pretty standard looking. Don't see any issues there. Bearing pockets look good. Same thing. I'm just going to clean up anything that I can. Get in here on the liner. Let's look at this liner setup. So here you go. You have a full liner, and then you have this lock bar cut out of it. It looks super cool. That's very sturdy as well, right? And then the button is connected, and that pushes the liner, which is very cool. I don't know if this screw, does screw in. Interesting. So yeah, I would be a little bit concerned. I can literally remove this right now. So I'm actually going to fuck with that real quick. Probably regret it, but hey. So let's clean that out and see what those threads look like. A little bit of schmutz. Don't have anything small enough, I think, to push through there, so I won't do that. Let me just see how this works. The button's like oblong, which is interesting. And I guess we want it to kind of go in the same way. We want it to end up the same way so that it's not facing a weird way. Let me just tighten it down and see. So, this is not good. That's what I was worried about, that I could screw it up. Oh, wait. So if you tighten it all the way down, you still have movement. But do you have enough? And is it like hidden inside the scale? Let's do a quick check. We're going to take it back apart. Pivot. We have a D-shaped pivot, so we want that D-shape down. As where it is. Got one bearing on. Pop this one on. I'm going to put oil in. I'm just checking this button because I think it's going to be not in a good spot, is my guess. Okay, so everything's together. And, oh, the button is right there. It's barely sticking out, though. And that is with it open. So usually when it's open, it's the furthest, right? Am I right about that? Or is it when it's closed, it's the furthest out? Well, let me just check this. Put my bit driver back together. These are going to be available soon, the bit drivers. Hopefully, for once. So yeah, I cannot push that enough to clear. So, I have to set it. Why do they do it that way? That is very strange. I guess they assume nobody's going to ever touch it? But like, it was super easy for me to remove, right? You guys saw that. I just used my finger and twisted it to see what would happen. And it just came out. So they had it set like right here or something. And I guess they just had it Loctited like that or something. It's not tight though. It's loosey-goosey. I really don't like that. So I'm going to have to probably glue it But I got to figure out the position I want. I got a little bit sticking out the back there. So let's see if we can test it. Now we have a decent amount sticking out. And if I push it, so maybe that's the difference between the versions that drop and the versions that don't. Maybe the button is just set a little bit better on the ones that are free falling. You know what I mean? Let me see how far the buttons are sticking out. Yeah, see, I think the one on the black is sticking out a little further. Let me go back to my depth gauge I used in the last video. This comes in handy. So if we take the button on the purple one, sorry, I can't get this all in camera or in frame. Right there, we're on, right? Yep. 0.093. Double check that because I tapped something. Yep. 0.093. And then on this one, .115. So that's what it is, I think. Let me see. Which other one? Yeah, so that one takes a little bit of encouragement. Let's see where this one's at. .104. So it's good, but it's not quite as good as this one. This one's excellent, right? Just falls. So let's see where that one's at. On an open. No, can't be right. .121. So, yeah. Anyway, it's the button positioning, I think. So, let's see what happens when I back that out a little bit. Wait, can I just do it? Do I need to? Oh, it gets stuck here. So it kind of, the hole in the scale kind of blocks it from turning. So that's kind of nice. We'll see if that continues to be the case the farther we go out, but I'm kind of just, figuring this out. This is kind of cool. So it must be a full rotation around, and it's like right there is where they had it, I bet. I'll bet. Okay, so now it could also be over tightening it too. Let's see. Back off just a touch. Centered. The no oil is causing it to sound like shit, but I don't know if that's enough. Maybe I still need to come out another rotation. This is freaking interesting. .11. .117. So I think I'm good. Just need to put it back together and oil it, and then it should be good. I don't know if it'll be like this, but let's do it to it. Bet you weren't expecting this when you hit the video. Physics with Kev. Retarded physics with Kev. All right. So stop pin. Whoops. All right, we're gonna need Loctite. We're gonna need super glue. We're gonna need all types of shit here. So I'm gonna put a little dab Loctite in there for the stop pin, just in case that wants to be a rattler. You never know with these stop pins. Sometimes it's not anything. Come on, you want to go in? That would be cool if you actually went in. There you go. I'm going to find the hole on the other side. Am I crazy? Oh, it was the wrong stop pin. There's two. There's one down here too. I was like, wait, there's already a pin there. Put a dot there. Dot. Dot. That should take care of it. No, where's this one go? So there's a stop pin up here and another one down there. So that's where I got confused. Okay. So let's grab our oil. We're going to grab the carbon honey. This is what I like. With this one, I think I'm like, nah, I'm going to stick with medium. And then I'll use the thick on the detent. So just put some medium oil on my finger. And then roll the balls around. Drop that like it's hot. We had no oil on there. On anything because I cleaned it all off with alcohol. So part of the reason the acoustics and the bearing, nothing sounded good because it was all dry. You do need oil with these bearings. Man, they are small, aren't they? So let's drop this on here. Put that on. Clean my finger off. Okay, and they fit into the bearing pocket, which is good. Then we're going to take our heavy. We're going to put that on the detent track right quick. Trying to go easy. Just a little bit. Might have been a little much. Sop up a little bit. Okay. All right. Now we're going to pop this. Oh, no, I need to sort this out. So let me see. The best way to decide how many... We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 came out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That looks right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. I think I'm going to glue it so I don't have to wait. And so it is perfect. I mean, I don't know why. Just because I want to glue it, damn it. Okay. And hopefully it is permanent. And that could be a problem. We're going to find out. So let's get it moving. It's so hard to hold on to. What? Need to get the threads to start, damn it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think. It's really hard to tell, but it started getting sticky. I don't think it's going to move, though. That's good. Button's not quite perfectly straight, but I'm going to deal with it. You're going to deal with it, Kev. All right, so let's see if we can get this together without too much trouble. What's going on? Pins don't want to go together. Pivot's good. Okay. We good now? That's straight enough. Oh, and it works. Okay. See how we did. Tighten that. Tighten that. Got one more here. Whoops, that was me. While we're here, let's reverse the clip. Since I'm keeping this one, kind of hard for me not to keep this one now. I love that these are T8s. Ooh, what the fuck? I love that these are T8s on the clip stuff. Man, they really went at it. Please come out. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to play that game. Nice big old filler tab, too. Make sure it's not tapping. Good. Okay. Set up lefty. Okay, let's see how we did. That feels good. No play, no rock. I think I just went too tight on the pivot, is my hope. Back off a touch. Haha. No play, no rock. Should be good there. You know, it's not as free falling as that black one. That might just be, you know, the knife. Sometimes not every knife is the same. Even the same design, same everything. Every knife has its own character, if you know what I'm saying. So I think this one just doesn't have the free fall that that one does. But I am going to check that button depth and just see if we're within the same ballpark. .096, fuck. Did I went one turn too little? Really? Let's see, because the zeroing might have just been off. Nope, fuck. I didn't go quite far enough on that button. That pisses me off. But, I mean, it works. So, and not much I can do about it now because I glued the shit out of that sucker. It actually works pretty well. And you have less of the button sticking out, which is good. Really comfortable in the hand. Left-handed, let's see how it goes. Oh, yeah. I'm good with that. Perfect. I mean, not much to complain about. All right. So let me take the pivot out. I'm going to Loctite it because I know I'm going to be fiddling a little bit with it. I'm not going to just drive it in and leave it. So I'm going to be smart about it. Probably should have done that with the button too, but I just felt like super glue was going to hold that button much better. And it would piss me off if that started moving around, you know. So checking the centering. Perfect. A little bit of play. pretty much how it was, huh? Let's see if I can go a little tighter without fucking it up. I like them tight, you know what I mean? Still pretty much dead center. Yeah, I'll let that break in. Just see. Yeah, no play, no rock. That's perfect. I'm a little pissed that I fucked up the button. How many twists or whatever. I do wish that they would maybe have designed that a little bit better. If they had a wall and you just screwed it till it hit a wall, that would have been ideal, obviously. But I guess if you never mess with your knife, it should be fine because you can't turn this. Like, you can't really turn it because it's going to hit the sides here. And this one feels like it's not turning, so they must glue it or Loctite it from factory. Maybe mine was just loose. Because mine, I barely had to put any pressure on and it turned. Yeah, these are all locked in, but I guess that could also be just what happens when it's in the scale or something. I don't know. But that's it, guys. That's the Griffin, the mini Griffin in G10 from Ketuo. Again, they have the full size. You're going to be looking for 4mm 3/64 ball. I would recommend you just don't mess with the button. That obviously took some extra time. If you do, now you know what to do with it. You could measure it like I did so it sticks up to 0.11 or whatever. Or you can test it and then see what you like the best. And then I would just Loctite it. Don't do what I did because, you know, at your own risk kind of thing. But guys, $78.99. This thing's an absolute home run. 14C 28N. You got a version with carbon fiber and G10, and then you got the ones all G10, but they all look fantastic. They all feel fantastic. The action is great on all of them. I mean, I was literally just feeling every individual one and nitpicking things out, but I would be happy with any of them, you know? They're all dialed in. Even if a dumbass takes it apart, it still goes back together, no problem. Reversible pocket clip. So $78.99 on that one, $78.99 on the white, $78.99 on the green, $78.99 on all of them. And then you have the full size here. Full size Griffin in G10. Those look sick. $95.99. They have some cool versions. Look at that purple, dude. Damn. They have black with like a bronze. They have black with just gray. And then they have like a red and black. Really cool. $95. And then if you're feeling, frisky, they still have a shit ton of options on the Mini Griffin premium version. $215. Still a steal. Look at that. Black and purple. DLC on that, actually. They're actually listing it as DLC. You have a purple with bead blast. You have blue. I mean, I didn't even know they had all these. That one has fat carbon. Look at all this shit, dude. That's amazing. Such a good knife. Oh, sold out. Not sold out. Oh, there's a bunch available. Even this one. So, use my link. It helps the channel. I would appreciate it. So you can go anywhere from budget sub $80 to 200 and whatever, 215. And no matter what you do, you're getting a great knife that's well worth it. Bring in the value. Ketuo, bring in the fucking value. I love this design. Always have from day one. So super stoked to see it doing so well. Shout out to Ketuo. Shout out to Gin Design. And shout out to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments if you agree, disagree, whatever. And I love you. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I'll catch you later. Peace.